Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Welcome back to a new Hall of Armor update for my Iron Man minifigures. I own every LEGO Iron Man suit produced since 2012, except the Comic-Con exclusive that came out in 2011. So I'm very happy about that because so many of these suits are so expensive now. And I know that you guys love these videos because, I mean, who wouldn't love seeing every LEGO Iron Man minifigure put into a Hall of Armor? So I'm sorry it's taken so long for an update, but we've got a ton of new suits to add in. I've got 3 down here, I've got 5 in there, counting Whiplash, and I've got some pretty fun ideas for my Hall of Armor. So I have gone ahead and I've already built another one of the 2019 sets to add on top. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the 2022 Hall of Armor, because I did do a separate review on it and I do not like it. Why does this thing exist? Why did the designers choose to do this to us? Those are the questions that I've been asking myself about the new Hall of Armor set. Forget like the minifigures with the new helmet mold, which I don't really like. I don't like what they've done with the Hall of Armor. I get what they were going for. I do like the appearance of these like cases or like holding cells. I don't know what you want to call them. I think they look way better because I really like the way that they kind of connect to each other with these garage door pieces. It is like a marked improvement over the old design. But the problem with these, and this is something I didn't even notice in my review, it was only when I started trying to integrate this with my Hall of Armor. What is up with how big these are? Do you see how tall like these cells are? Put a minifigure in one of the old ones, and it's like the perfect size. It feels a little bit restrictive because there is like a lot of heavy like kind of stone behind them, or concrete, I guess. But why is there so much empty space here? I mean, I know why, it's to accommodate these pieces, but I think that that was not worth the trade-off. Because I did consider switching over my Hall of Armor to this design instead, even though it would be crazy expensive to build. Then you wouldn't be getting this update now, then I would have been waiting for like these sets to drop in price. But I just can't justify doing it like this. And I did not buy a second one of these sets, but I think they connect more difficult than like the current cell design. I don't like that they only connect at the bottom because then it makes it like very fragile, whereas I can like pick this thing up with one hand because it's connected at the top and bottom. And then like, I don't like that this doesn't come with a full roof section. I don't like that it connects with 4 studs instead of 2 like on the old version. But I do prefer like the cleaner blue look behind them instead of having so much gray. So I don't really know what to do. Well, actually I do know what to do. But like, as you can see, this does not integrate well with the previous like appearance. This one would look really good, I think, if it was a little bit shorter and the set wasn't $90 frickin'. But the way that LEGO did this, I just can't make it like work. So instead, what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to dismantle these and I'm going to go ahead and just use this. I think this is my 3rd version of the 2019 set, and I have 2 of the one from 2020, which had the same kind of cabinet design. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on a digital designer like redo of my entire Hall of Armor, because after seeing this one, I do like how clean it looks compared to all the gray for the current one. And these, I think, would fit the War Machine armors a little bit better. As you can see, like this one fits perfectly. So I think I'm just going to make my own design. I feel like that's the way to go. I have enough Iron Man suits and I'm unhappy enough with the appearance of this one after seeing this one, but I still don't like this one. So all of those feelings have just led me to decide, make your own. So, I mean, that'll be like a 4th update video eventually, but because for now I'm just going to stick with this. I don't have the time to redesign them. But I'm going to try to like work on that over the next couple of months and see if I can come up with something fun. All right, so apparently I don't know how to count because I don't have the correct number of cells built for, you know, my new configuration. So here are all of the MCU armors. I do have enough cells for these guys. I've decreased from 11 rows down to 9. You do need an odd number just because you have that one in the middle. 11 I did think was a little bit much. 9 I feel like is a little too short, but I don't want to go to 10 because it's an odd number. So maybe I'll expand back out to 11 one day. But for now, I think this works because all of my MCU figures fit in 3 rows. The problem is that LEGO is doing duplicates now, because I've got 2 Mark 50s and 2 Mark 85s, and I do want to include both of them in the Hall of Armor because they are unique designs. There are a couple that only have like new helmets, like the Mark III is identical except for the helmet, and the same goes for the 85, but I feel like I need to include them. even if it's just like a new helmet, because it is technically a unique figure. So that's what I'm doing, because, I mean, like, the purpose of a Hall of Armor is to display all your Iron Man minifigures. What I do not like about this configuration is Rescue. I used to have her in the middle, and I had to take off, like, her backpack attachments. So I will be modifying her cell because I want to spotlight her. That is my favorite Iron Man suit, just, like, general design. Although I do really like the 45, and I really love the Silver Centurion. This is probably my favorite Iron Man minifigure overall. I just really love the red and silver suits, and like anything with a different color. So I do like that in my new configuration, like, these guys are a little bit more spotlighted. But in overall design, Rescue is my favorite. So I kind of like what I've come up with here. I think that all of the MCU suits look really good together. So now we're going to go ahead and add the War Machine suits and then the comic-based ones. And now it's getting very tall, which I don't really like, so maybe I am going to have to go back out to 11 suits. The only thing is that then it throws off, like, my MCU guys, because adding 2 levels, like, to the bottom row, like, that's 4 slots total, and I have 9 here, or 8, because I have a little workbench down there that I could get rid of. But yeah, I don't know, it starts to be messy, and I kind of like keeping the Iron Man suits separate from everyone else. Although I've got 6 MCU War Machine minifigures. I don't know. I mean, this update video is quickly becoming a work in progress type thing, and I didn't intend it to be such a work in progress type update. But I'm like leaving for school tomorrow. I do not have the time to do like a complete rehaul of my Hall of Armor, because I had another idea. Like, I mean, I've got my Whiplash minifigure, I've got Ultron minifigures, I've got Detroit Steel, and I've got the Vision minifigures. So I kind of want to make a row for like villains and like Iron Man like associated characters, because I think that they're still worthy additions to the Hall of Armor, like basically anyone like in metal. And speaking of worthy additions to the Hall of Armor, so I've got my row of War Machine minifigures, and I'll have 2 empty slots on the end. I need to build like 3 more cells, as you can tell by this lopsidedness. So I'm going to have 2 empty slots next to War Machine, which is perfect for the 2 Ironheart minifigures coming out later this year. So I'm actually really excited about that. I am going to throw Ironheart into the Hall of Armor. Her first suit, unfortunately, like, she just has goggles. She doesn't have a mask, so I don't know whether I should put her like whole human in the Hall of Armor, because I think it might be a little bit weird to have a human standing there next to all of these suits. But I think worst case scenario, I'll just pop off her minifigure head and put like a clear head on it, like, so it's a mannequin. And then Ironheart's second suit will be getting in the bigger Black Panther Wakanda Forever set. So I'm really excited to add those in. As you can see, I've got the comic suits up here as well. We've got Rescue, Classic Iron Man from Mighty Micros, and then like Invincible Iron Man. We have the Square Enix suit, and then both of the Iron Venoms. So I already kind of have villains in here. And again, the Iron Venoms, the only difference is like the helmet, but I mean, they're still technically unique figures, so why not throw them in there? And then we've got that suit from the mech earlier this year. So honestly, that kind of does it for this update video. I'm sorry that it's kind of short and it resulted in an incomplete Hall of Armor, but I really can't justify spending the time to make this Hall of Armor look good like today, when it's going to be changing more in just a couple of months. We've got the Ironheart minifigures coming out. I want to add in my villains. And then I've grown unhappy with the overall cabinet design, so I want to completely redesign that. And that's really the big thing. Like, yeah, I kind of would have put more effort into making this a cooler update if I didn't want to redesign this entire thing. But yeah, I don't really see the point in putting a ton of time and effort into making this look good when I want this to be like destroyed by the end of this year. So I'm going to start designing some stuff on like Lego Digital Designer, or I mean like Bricklink Studio, whatever. Just, you know, not using physical bricks while I'm at school, which I hate. I really, really prefer tinkering with physical bricks. Like, I can just not get into digital building. So we'll see how far I get. I could do an update video if I come up with something cool like there. Like, I could just show you guys like what design I'm working on. But again, I just prefer to do something with actual pieces, because I also think that that's more interesting to watch than seeing someone like mess around with digital pieces. So, I mean, I'm definitely excited to get like started on this. But I'm going to have to come up with a cabinet design for regular Iron Man minifigures. I'm going to need a specialized one for Rescue, and then I'm going to need specialized War Machine ones as well, because I don't really like the solutions I've got for the War Machines right now. It was a pretty simple hack, but I think they could look better. And again, I want there to be more blue in this and less gray, because that is what I like about the new set. So, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them. If I'm missing any minifigures, please let me know. I don't think I am. I think I've got all my Iron Man minifigures in here. But I mean, I don't have the Mark 43 from the Hulkbuster suit because I display that with my Hulkbuster. But that is technically an exclusive variant, so I mean, I could throw it in here. I don't know. I've got a 10-hour car ride tomorrow. I think I'll spend like at least an hour of it trying to come up with new Hall of Armor ideas. So that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.